That should do the job. Okay. Cool. We are live. Definitely are live this time. And it's working, which is great. Let's see if we have anyone joining in the first 10 minutes. We'll give it 10 minutes. And then if no one joins, we will end the stream, probably. Let's just see first who will join and get into the topics of this video. Hello. Someone has joined. Feel free to say hello. Yeah, I know. I had the same issue as I had before. I just didn't choose the correct microphone. I chose the headset one. Obviously, the headset's over there. So, how's it going? I can't believe I'm already going live again. So, yes. How is it going? Is it Will, by the way? Is your name Will? As in, like, the last bit of your username? Is it just Will, or you have to let me know? Okay, Will. Cool. Amazing. Oh, I saw that you commented on the short earlier. I think that short has got a few negative comments because it's a little bit, well, I know I've got a lot of people who like JDM cars in my my videos, so I don't know if many people liked that about how, you know, they kind of, people are sort of choosing German cars now, but yeah, I saw your comment, so I appreciate that. So I do appreciate that. How's it going for you? What time is it over in, are you in Georgia, right? I'm pretty sure you're in Georgia. I think I might have got it completely wrong, but you'll have to remind me. I'm pretty sure you're in Georgia. 4:24 p.m. Okay, cool. I thought this was a good time. I went 9 p.m. UK time because, well, if I go live any later, then it's just too late for me because it's Sunday. But if I go live any earlier, then it's probably too early for you guys. So yeah, I thought we could get into some. Will, did you join the Discord? If not, I can drop the link down in this live stream. But I did make a Discord for the channel. So please let me know if you did, because there is some cool stuff on. Well, there's some interesting stuff on there. Yeah, it's completely free. It's completely free. You can. I don't know if you have Discord already, but you can download Discord for free, and then the server is free to join as well. But literally, we've got just like a general kind of like, we've got a couple of people on there just to chat. Yeah. I will be on. I'm going to be on live for an hour, just like last time. So feel free to get comfy if you want to stick around, which hopefully you do. But yeah, I will drop the link. I put it on the community hub on my YouTube on this channel. So feel free to join. And I'll put it in the chat as well. I'll put the link in the chat. So anyone watching can, of course, join the server. In fact, let me grab the link and I will send that on the chat. Okay, cool. No worries. I'll see you soon, Mo. Anyway, yes, I thought it would be interesting to get into some topics in this video. I kind of, if there is anyone else watching, by the way, other than Will, well, of course, the FK8 and FL5, the FK8s, the Type R, which I'm pretty sure is the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, the FK8 Type R. I'm a bit of an old school Type R fan. I like the new Type Rs. Is the FL5? Is it FL5? Are you sure? Yeah, oh yes, of course. FL5 and the FK8 Type R. The FL5. The issue is with the newer Type Rs is I'm a big fan because I love any Honda, but they are quite big. And I am living in the UK. I'm from the UK. And driving a big car on UK roads can be quite difficult. They're not huge cars, but I think for a Honda Civic Type R, usually they've always been pretty small. And in my opinion, the last true Type R was the EP2 and EP3. But they are great cars. Like, they're absolutely fantastic. And they do everything you'd want them to do. And they do everything. They're brilliant around a track. They're fast. They're reliable. They're decently good on fuel, and they look great. Especially the FL5. It's a fantastic looking car, in my opinion. Honda, they really nailed the brief there. They really nailed the brief. Yeah, it's a great looking car. What's your thoughts though? Why? What's your thoughts on especially the FK8? Because I feel like the FK8 gets a lot of controversy. Yeah, I would love to drive one. Of course, that would be amazing. That'd be fantastic. Especially the FL5. I think that would be wicked because they're so. But the FK8, yeah, it'd be interesting to give that a go. Because I do think that, like I said, a lot of people don't like them because of the way they look. They've obviously got like a lot of aero on them and that kind of thing, but I think they're good looking cars. And like I said before, they're fast, they're efficient, they kind of tick every box. But yes, no, I do like them. Okay, well, I've got some topics that I thought we could run through today. I've got some interesting topics, and the first topic is, are manual gearboxes dying, and is it a good thing or a bad thing, right? And all honesty, especially when it comes to performance cars, a driver's car, obviously you want a manual, but when it comes to supercars, when it comes to performance cars, what are our thoughts on manual gearboxes fading out very slowly? Oh, INFA Cali. Oh, wow. Well, I'll tell you what. If you have an FK8 with 500 wheel horsepower, stick it in the Discord server. There is a page where you can submit to your car. I've just dropped the link there. Drop it in there, and then throughout the live later on, we're going to get into a stage where we review some of the viewers' cars. So feel free to drop your car in the server, in the submit your car section. Yeah, definitely feel free to drop it in there. But 500 wheel horsepower is nuts. I'd love to know the modifications you've done to that thing. I should imagine you've put a bigger turbo on for sure, and a bunch of other things. But that's wicked, man. That's really cool. You'll definitely have to send a picture in the viewer cars tab on my Discord server. Like I said, if you guys have not joined, please join, because it's free and it's fun. And you can go on. I mean, I kind of want it to be like just a community page, really, where if you want to talk about cars, if you want to drop your car, if you have any issues with your car, just where we can, and eventually one day, I would love to do car meets around the world. I know I'm a tiny channel. I know we're a small community right now, but one day it'll be great to get to a stage where we can do that, like just do events and stuff, and that would be really cool. But yeah, definitely later on in this video, I am going to look to kind of share my screen. I have no idea how to do that, but yeah, would be really cool to like kind of go through and look at some of the subscriber cars. Yeah, P600 turbo, catless front and downpipes. Wow, you put a lot into that build. As that must have been an expensive build. But you know what, fair play though. You're a proper car enthusiast. You obviously know your stuff. I mean, if you did it yourself as well, fair play. That takes some skill and some dedication, and that can't be cheap. So fair play, sir. Put it in the Discord. I would love to see it. Like, genuinely put it in the Discord. I really want to see what this thing looks like. So far, we've got some cool cars in there. We've got a Porsche 944. There's a 370Z. And someone's just dropped their Volvo 93 Volvo 940, which looks pretty cool, I can't lie. It looks, I can't lie, it actually looks pretty cool. So, yes, please, guys, feel free to drop your cars in there. Only had a tune done by someone else. It only looks stock, so it might not be all that impressive to look at. Hey, it looks stock. They're still great looking cars, and you know, I bet I bet under the hood looks nice. So yeah, feel free to share it, or under the bonnet, as we say from the UK. So I bet it looks great though. So definitely share it on the Discord. But that's kind of cool though, because I guess you've got like you've got, you know, it's a bit of a sleeper, isn't it? People just think it's a regular Type R. I mean, how does it do up against like Corvettes and Mustangs and, you know, the usual, especially Hellcats, that kind of thing? Mishimoto intercooler too, nice. Yeah, they look well cool. I do like a Mishimoto intercooler. Well, nice one. Like I said, drop it in the Discord. Even though honestly, even though it looks stock on the outside, I think that gives it more credit because it has that that sleeper build vibe about it. So that's wicked, man. Honestly, that's really cool. Yeah, definitely feel free to drop that. Anyway, as I was saying, manuals in performance cars. I do think, and I want to hear what everyone else has to say about this. And like I said, if you've not commented, you know, don't feel too shy. But yes, I do think, even though manuals are fading out, I think an automatic is a pretty good thing. And depending on what the automatic is, if we're talking DCT, then yes. If we're talking, you know, not old school autos where they were slow and clunky, like new performance car automatics, like a DCT on an M car, right? I wouldn't mind. I would actually probably prefer that in a performance car. If I was going to buy an M4 or an M2, I would rather have a DCT than a manual, right? But saying that, if I had an MX5 or if I had like a Type R, I would rather have a manual or a stick shift, whatever you want to call it. But it depends. It depends on your preference. But I think for performance cars, I do think automatics, you know, not just automatics, but like dual clutch transmissions, automatics. Oh, nice one. Well, guys, we just had on the Discord. Like I said, if you've not joined the Discord yet, feel free to join. But there's just been a Porsche 911. Your daily is a 1984 911. Unfortunately, a cabriolet. That's a nice car. I'm definitely gonna share some of the cars to review from the viewers on the screen soon. But I just want to make sure we got a few more people joining before we get into that. So the Discord is the link on the chat. I've just put it on the chat there, so feel free to join. Also, definitely go to my Instagram, Rusty Trusty Cars. If you can't be bothered to join the Discord, just DM it to me, and I'll get it up on screen real soon. But yeah, just yeah, feel free to do it however you like. But I really want to get into a segment today where we look through some viewers' cars, because you guys have got some really cool cars, you know, really interesting cars. So definitely share your car on the submit your car page, and we can go through it, and we can look at them on the server. I mean, it could be really, really fun. You know, so feel free to share your car. But it will be interesting to see what you guys think about automatics coming into play. But an FK8 with 500 raw horsepower is wicked, man. That's so cool. That is so cool. I definitely want to do some mods to my MX5. but it's, well, the thing is, I'm potentially looking at buying a newer car soon. So as much as it would be great to do more modifications to my car, I've got some suspension upgrades to put on it in the near future, and just a few kind of aero type stuff, which is a bit rice, but it is what it is. And then but you know, I'm gonna look to get a new car soon, so I can't really put too much. I don't want to spend too much money on it. Anyway, currently doing heat wraps on my down and front vibes. Also got some heat blankets. Mate, heat wraps look sick. Like yeah, heat wraps look amazing, man. They look really cool. They add to the look. The like your engine bay as well. They look a little bit. It's a little bit Mad Max. I kind of like it. Yeah, definitely send me your type. Definitely send me a few pictures of your Type R. Like I said, Discord's a great place to do it, but then also the Instagram, which is I'll put the Instagram in the chat as well. And like I said, feel free to join that. It's Rusty _Trusty _cars. My keyboard is really weird. Yeah, feel free to send it over. Like I said, I don't think everyone has Discord, or not everyone uses Discord. So if you do just want to share it on Instagram, definitely do that. And then I can get it up on the stream a bit later on. But feel free, man. Here is the Instagram handle if you want to send it to me on Instagram, and if not, then we can look at it on Discord. But I definitely want to have a little look, especially the engine bay. That's wicked. I mean, how is it in California? How is it driving in California? Because I've heard that's one of the most it's one of the worst states to kind of be a car enthusiast in. A bit like London. I mean, I'm in London right now, and it's one of the worst places to be a car enthusiast. But let me know about California, because I've heard that can be pretty bad as well. But I know you've got Highway 1, which looks wicked. Highway 1 looks awesome, man. Would love to go there at some point. Yeah, maybe when the channel's a little bit bigger, we could do something in California. But for now, I don't have the money for that. I do not. But yeah, it looks wicked out there. I've been to Florida quite a few times though. And there is a lot of there's a lot of cool cars. I love America because you guys have so many V8s. Like, if you go to America, there is, you know, not every other car, but there are a lot of V8s. There's a lot of V8s. There used to be, you know, more V8s than other cars, really. V8s were like the main kind of, were the main sort of engines out in America. But now you guys have a lot of V6s, and I mean, we've got loads of hybrids over in Europe. So I don't know, that's kind of catching on in the States as well. But when I was out there, I had a V6 Camry, and it was pretty fun. Even though it was just a Toyota Camry, I still had fun driving it. So, you know, you can't hate on a Toyota Camry though. They're great cars. But yeah, let's have a look then at the disc. Wow, there's some really cool cars coming through. We've got a row. What's this? This looks almost like a Morgan. Looks amazing, man. The Porsche. There is a 911. There is a 911, and a 1984 911, which looks wicked. I can't believe one of you guys drive that. I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. Yeah, like I said, we'll get a few more viewers, and then we will look to definitely share some share my screen, and we can go through some of the cars, because yeah, it's fun on the mountains of Cali. Still waiting to hit a track, but I live in the IE area, and the roads are super broken, but the Bay Area is super nice to drive on. Smooth roads and amazing views. To be fair, in all fairness, The mountains look really cool. I've seen clips of people driving on the mountains out in California. But saying that, yeah, you guys do have some pretty bad roads. I mean, in London, we've got terrible roads, which is so annoying. But it is what it is. You know what I mean? So you can't always have nice stuff. But yeah, I bet it's so fun though, driving a 500 wheel Type R, you know, and an FK8. They're nice. They're really nice cars, man. It's wicked. It's wicked. Who else has joined? Feel free, anyone who's just joined, feel free to say hello. Hey man, love your content. Thank you very much. I'm glad you do. I'm glad you do. It's really nice making these lives actually, because people come and join, and they say some really nice stuff. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoy my content. It means a lot. Yeah, let me know what your favorite sort of content is as well, because I'm trying to mix it up a little bit lately. You know, I don't want to do the same thing over and over and over again, because I feel like a lot of my commentary videos are that they're just the same thing over and over and over again. So I'm trying to do more like news stuff as well, and maybe a few shorts here and there. Oh yes, you have shared your Type R on Discord. It looks amazing, man. Wow, looks great. I love the color. Wow. Yes, it looks fantastic. And you got is that red interior as well? They're the red Type R seats, or are they black? That's really nice. I love the heat wrapped pipes and all that kind of thing. That's wicked, man. That's a really nice Type R. 500 wheel horsepower as well. It's crazy. I'm not interested in cars as much, but I love talking about some car stuff while you drive around in Miata. Thank you, man. Well, I guess I'll have to just keep driving around in the Miata and talk about car stuff. I'm happy doing that. I'm happy doing that as well. Yeah. What's some of the topics that you like the most though? I mean, I love you know, speaking about the community. I think it's interesting where the community is going. Like realistically, guys, the car community as a whole, it's recently you'll find it's becoming a lot more toxic, and like even I found with my friends and stuff, like it can be a toxic subject. And you know, people love to hate, and I feel like because of social media, and you see it all across. It's not just cars, like you see it all across, you know, loads of stuff. Like it's not just about cars. It's like it's with the gym, it's a lot. Like people will compare themselves to other people. Like with cars, they'll compare their cars to other people, and it's very easy to hate. But it's you know, it's really it's easy to hate, and I think that I don't know, it kind of makes it a very toxic place. And if you're new into cars, then it makes it really hard to get into it, because you might buy a car, and, you know, it's hard to know what you're doing at first, and there's a lot of people out there who are just horrible. Like people are mean, you know, and I don't want to sound soft or anything, but I think sometimes it's like, wow, it's a very gatekeepy community at times. So I'm trying to make we're going to try and save it together. I think I want this channel to be all about that. So yeah, that's why I like talking about it. But what's your, you know, what you're gonna have to let me know what your dream car is, or what the car you're driving at the moment. You'll have to let me know. But we've got more cars in the Discord server, by the way, guys. There's more cars in the server. So, you know, like I said before, feel free to join the server. Feel free to also add the Instagram up, and, you know, you can share it on there. But the server is a great way to share your car, because there are loads of people on there you can chat to. And there's loads of people on there who, you know, you can sort of share your car with and that kind of thing. So, but definitely submit your car on the server. And yeah, we're gonna look at some cars later on in this video. So yeah, keep sending them in. There's so far we've got a lovely FK8 Type R. We have a lovely 1983 Porsche 911. We've got someone else with a 370Z, and we've got someone else with a Porsche 944. So the Porsches are winning so far. And and also a Mazda MX-5 NC, or a Miata NC, you know, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. So keep sending them in. Keep sending them in. We got some BC Racing coils. They're expensive, man. So fair play, but they are good. BC Racing coilovers are very, very good. But yeah, I'll drop the link in the. In fact, I'll pin it. I'm gonna pin at the top. The Discord. So the Discord is pinned in the chat, guys. Feel free to join that Discord server, right? Because we can talk. You can talk about cars and also submit your car for the live later on. I think that's what we're gonna do second half of this video. This live, sorry. I'll buy a Lancer soon and modify it, but when I share this idea to my friends, they roast me so hard. I just want to kill myself with a fast Evo. Listen, man, I'll tell you something about Evos. There was one not my personal friend, but one of my friends. So not my friend, but my friend's friend, if that makes sense. He had not an Evo 10. I can't remember which one it was. It was I can't remember now. But anyway, basically, it was an Evo. And I was not expecting it to be that fast. He did put some modifications into it. But oh my god, that thing pulls like a train. I think because it's all-wheel drive as well, it just off the line, it's ridiculous. But you know what? It stuck to the road like anything. Like I've never been in a car that was so glued to the road. But also just so fast. I mean, there probably is a lot faster, but it felt fast, and was fast. And I think that's a really good mix, obviously, because a lot of the cars are fast now, but they don't feel that fast. Whereas I think a lot of the older cars, especially in the 2000s, the 90s and 2000s, they were starting to get a bit faster, but they still were light enough to really feel fast, if that makes sense. I don't know. But definitely do it. Get a Lancer if you still can. If you've got the money for them, because they are climbing up in price. So definitely buy an Evo as soon as you can, because man, they're expensive now. They're expensive. So yeah, hopefully you can get one of them soon. What Evo would you get though? Which generation would you get? Dream car has to be the 2017 ACR Viper. Yeah. Yes. A Viper is proper. Vipers are terrifying. And I think I've mentioned it before, but the great thing about a Dodge Viper is they kind of feel. I feel like they feel like, you know, it could kill you. But like it's one of them cars where it would really throw you off. I've never driven one, so I don't know actually, but from what I've heard, they are death machines, but in the best way possible. So fair play. I mean, my dream car changes every single day. I'm going to be honest. But yeah, you can't really beat a Viper. I'll give you that. I think my dream car is probably the Lexus LFA or the FDRX7. Both of them cars are fantastic, but yeah, great cars. If you guys are in the live or new to live, feel free to drop in your comments. Yeah, feel free to join the Discord server. Like I said before, when in a couple of minutes we're going to get into a new segment of the lives. Well, I say a new segment of the lives, but this is a new thing I'm doing is lives. I don't know if you enjoy this or if you think I should still do them, but I want to do a live every Sunday, or at least one every week, where we can catch up, chat, go onto the Discord and just kind of look at some cars we've sent in. So yeah, definitely feel free to to put your car into the Discord. And let me know what you think of these live videos too, because I'm completely new to it. So yes, definitely let me know. But yeah, how is everyone doing today? What's going on? I don't want to get an Evo. I want to get a normal Lancer and modify it visually. I'm a new driver and don't want to have a fast car, but I want it to look cool, basically. That's a great way of doing it, actually. Fair enough. Yeah. To be honest with you, when you buy a fast car, and this comes from someone who drives an MX-5 every day, but when you have a fast car, you can lose a bit of the enjoyment because it just is too fast, and you have to be you've got to know your limits really. Whereas having a slow car and driving it fast can sometimes be a little bit more fun because you can push it, and you're not going to be too worried about going into a ditch or anything like that. I'm also really into the Porsche 911 930, beautiful car, and the Datsun 240 260. Yeah, and they are great cars, especially that there actually was a 270, maybe it was a 240, on Facebook Marketplace for like 10 grand, and it was mint. It wasn't mint, but it was pretty clean, and I was like, damn, that's a good, that's a really good deal when you think about it, because they are getting super expensive these days. But yeah, keep dropping your cars, guys. Keep dropping in your cars, because we're going to get up some of them in a second. I'm not sure how to screen share, so we'll try it. We'll give it a crack. But I'll probably screen share the Discord soon, and just see how it goes, really, and we'll go from there. I was thinking about getting a Miata after seeing your videos, but I might be a little too big for it. I'm 192 centimeters, but you are tall. You're very tall and 100 kilos. I mean, yeah, they are small cars, but there are a lot of guys who, drive MX-5s or Miatas who are big guys, and there's ways around it. But I do think, I don't know, you have to test drive one. I think a lot of people will buy an MX-5, they'll buy a Miata, and it'll be like, it will seem like a great idea, but then they'll get in it and be like, this is just too small, or they won't like the lack of power. You really, to get a most out of an MX-5, and it really isn't much, you've got to put it into the high rev range, which can be difficult. So yeah, you've got to. I was thinking about getting. Oh no, my starter car was a 1999 3000 GT VR4. Do you know what though? They are really cool cars. Is that the Mitsubishi 3000 GT? I think it is, right? I think it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah, really cool car. Really cool car. What do they like to drive? What do they like to work on? What do they like to drive? Because I was actually looking at getting one of these. I can't really, because I need to get a modern, a newish car. But tell me what it's like to drive, and tell me what it's like to work on. I'd love to know. Because, well, I've just never. I'm kind of interested in a way. I think they're cool cars. But why is it an awful pick? I should imagine parts are quite hard to get. I should imagine parts are pretty hard to get. Let's look to share my screen then, and let's get on to the super smooth to drive. Work is all right, not as bad as some say, but I also had two others, 98s, GT3 GTs for parts alone. That's the main problem. Okay. Are they? I'm guessing they're not the most reliable then. Which, it's an old Mitsubishi, so what do you really expect? But yeah, fair play. To be fair, sick car to own. Very cool car to own. Really nice. like I said, guys, if you're new here, please feel free to join the Discord and show your car off. And we can, get to it. Michael's back. How is it going, Michael? Good to have you back after the stream on Thursday night, I'm pretty sure. Good to have you back. Working right now. What are you doing? What are you doing at this time? I mean, what time is it for you? I mean, where are you? What are you doing? Let me know. What are you doing right now working? And Michael, if you haven't, join the Discord. I'm pretty sure it was you who helped get the Discord going, right? So it's all you, man. Amazon Life, and it's 5 p.m. Ooh, as in Amazon, in like a warehouse Amazon, like Jeff Bezos Amazon, or in the jungle, in the Amazon jungle. Imagine that. I would be, it'd be interesting to know how you would. But fair play. Sunday. Delivery driver. Nice one. One of my friends is doing that actually. He's delivery driver for Amazon. So the fact that you get to drive for your job is pretty cool. But yeah, great to have you back, Michael. And thank you so much for last stream, by the way. Really still do appreciate that. That was brilliant. What are the differences of mindset of American and European car enthusiasts? I think us guys are more into power in general. The thing is, the main difference, really, and that, I mean, US guys are more into power. The thing is, it all comes from the way the countries are, it's that's just the way it is. Like in Europe, fuel is a lot more expensive. There's a lot more tax on fuel. It just seems to be more expensive because I think we have to outsource a lot of it. I think I might not be completely right on that. Our roads are a lot smaller, so we, a lot of our cars, they're small for the smaller roads. Well, not anymore. And if they're, they usually have smaller engines. So, and because our roads are so old, they're all twisty and they go all over the place. So, having cars that can handle well, that are a little bit smaller, just make more sense for the landscape and the geography of it. I don't know, but in America, obviously, it's a much more of a newer country in the US, and a lot of it's super straight and flat, and fuel isn't as expensive. And I can tell you now, if you do live in the US, you guys are so lucky, because when I went out there, I remember paying for a full tank of fuel in this it was quite a big Toyota Camry, and it was I don't remember how much it was, but I remember being like, wow, this is cheap, right? And in the UK, it's just so expensive, and it's the same for most European countries. I mean, I've driven in France a bunch, and it's still pretty expensive. It's a little bit cheaper than the UK, but yeah. So I think a lot of our cars are more handling, and but I think, saying that, you look at Germany, they got the Autobahn, so it depends, and they got some really fast cars. I mean, look at the M3, the M4. I love BMW as a whole, but you've also got Mercedes, you've got Audi. Audi know how to make a fast car. So it really depends. I mean, it really does depend. Depends on wherever you are. Cars are, people are always going to want different things. But it's all to do with the history of the country and the current climate. And I can tell you now, in the UK, we would love to have V8s. We've made V8 cars in the past, and we still do make. I mean, look at TVR. TVR had loads of V8s, but they just didn't do well, because who can afford to run a V8 in the UK? Unless it's your second car. And that's it's what seems to happen in the UK is someone will own a V8 car for a couple of months. They'll own it for 2 or 3, not a couple of months. They'll own it for a year or two, Sorry, not a couple of months. They're in it for a year or two, and then they'll sell it. Whereas out in America, you can own a V8 for as long as you like. You don't really have to. It doesn't really affect you as much financially. Whereas over in the UK, if you're daily driving an S5 or you're daily driving a Mustang or you're daily driving a C63, you will notice it. You will notice it. Whereas it wouldn't be as bad in the US. Whereas if you had something like an MX5, if you had something like, say for example, we were back in the 80s, if you had something like an MG Midget or an MG GB, it makes a lot more sense because you can it's the car's more focused on handling and having fun. Hello, Ludwig Sparkus. Hello, you're back. I remember you were on the stream on Thursday. Welcome back. Welcome back. How is it going? You have to let me know what you've been up to. How's your week been? How's your weekend been? I can't believe it's the end of the weekend already. I can't believe it. I mean, it's just depressing, isn't it? Like, it's so sad. Like, Friday comes around and I'm like, oh great, it's Friday. Like I've got the whole weekend to do whatever I want. And now it's Sunday and it's 10 o'clock at night. You can't. It's terrible. It's terrible. We've got a new person you've got a couple new cars in the Discord. We've got an RX-8 and we've got oh wow, this is fantastic. This Honda. This is absolutely brilliant. Who's ever Honda this is, it's fantastic. Oh, this is the 1999 3000 GT. Wow. The Honda, what are these called? Honda JW5 S660. Do you know what? I've seen these before, but I don't know. I mean, that's wicked. That's amazing. Guys, we're gonna share the screen for the Discord soon, and we're gonna go through some cars. I'm just waiting for a few more people to join, and maybe a few more cars as well, just so we can make it a cool segment. And yeah, I'm really excited to go through these. But yeah, how are you guys feeling after the weekend? What's everyone been up to? What's everyone's weekend looked like? And are you looking forward to Monday? I mean, Michael is working right now, so fair play. Fair play. All right, we're gonna get up I almost just closed YouTube then, which would have been terrible. I'd have just ended the stream right there and then. Let me figure out how to do this because I've never actually done this before. Because we've only got 18 minutes left of the stream, so hello Dave, how's it going? I did donuts in my MX-5. Good man, you're living life. You are living life. Okay, right, let us share the screen. Okay, right, let me get up the screen right now. Submit your car. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me know if you can see the screen. You can see the Discord on my screen. Please let me know in the chat. Can you see the screen? Can you see my mouse wiggling about? Can everyone see the screen? By the looks of things, you can. Right? Yes. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Amazing. We can all see the screen. Perfect. Okay. Let's start off then on the first car sent in by Nick. I've got the Discord up on my screen. Okay, cool. All right, you can see it. Perfect. I just want to make sure, guys, this is my first time sharing a screen on a live. All right, this is my second live as well. So, please like the video. Please like it. Like I said, join the Discord because we're going to look through some cars now. And yeah, right. This is the Porsche 944 from Nick. This is sent in by Nick. Thank you, Nick. It is a 1984 Porsche 944 2.5 litre 4-cylinder NA stock, except for an aftermarket head unit and speakers. Right. Let's have a look. First of all, I love these cars. it was one of the. Do you know what? A 944 was one of the first cars that actually got me into cars. Oh, thank you for you guys liking the video, by the way. Please, like I said, please like the video. I do appreciate it. Yeah, 944 was one of the first cars that got me into cars. I really wanted to get one for my first car until I realized that I couldn't afford it and I had to get a Honda Civic. But they're wicked cars. And Nick, this is a lovely example. Yeah, look at that thing, man. That looks wicked. And you've got the right wheels on it. They are, and they got pop-up headlights as well, right? And yeah, these are very underrated cars in my opinion. Nick, you've got a wicked car, man. If you're watching this, fair play. Fair play. Fair play. This is a wicked car. What do you guys think of this? I mean, I would love a 944. I would absolutely love a 944. Like, these are so sick. And I think right now is the best time to buy one because I should imagine in the next 10 years, these are going to fly up in price. You know, they're proper 80s, they're retro. These are, yeah, these are wicked cars. Super clean. Super clean. I'd give this a solid, I don't know, man. Probably an 8 out of 10. I can't lie, I love this car. They have really nice interiors. Let's do yeah, they have really nice interiors. They have really nice interiors. Give it a rating. Give it a rating. Let me know what you guys think for the 944. Give it a 7. Yeah, I reckon 7.8. 7.8. 7.8. A 9. Yeah, it's clean. It's really clean as well. Like, it's really, really clean. And it's an 84, so it'll have the facelift interior, which is really nice. I think we could give it an 8, right? I would say an 8. I reckon an 8. But yeah, Nick has nice taste for sure. Okay, let's go on to the next car. Which is I'm not gonna even try to say that username. I'm not gonna try and say that username. But before you guys say anything, he has said, right? It's Michael's. I have to wait till spring to fix her, right? So let's. It's a project, okay? But first of all, that is that the stock radiator or is that an intercooler? Michael, you'll have to let me know. But this car is wicked. This car is wicked. I love single turbo 17-inch drags on the back. Wow. Oh my god, that is amazing, man. A single turbo 370Z with drags on the back. I can see them now. I was thinking, man, this either has a front bumper because it may have gotten an accident, or it doesn't have a front bumper because it's been heavily modified, because that thing is not a stock radiator. That's definitely an intercooler. So yeah, that is nuts, man. I would give this an 8, 9 out of 10. Has to be. Because I mean, how much does this thing make? How much horsepower does this thing make? This has got to make at least what, 400-500 at least. Yeah. The lack of front bumper is sick. I was like, bro, I thought you got in an accident. I actually thought you was in an accident. I was like, man, maybe he's just. But then I saw the intercooler and I was like, there's no chance that he's got that's because there's a fat turbo. Let me know how much horsepower it makes, or if maybe you've not put it on a dyno yet. Let me know. Let us know how much it's making, because that thing is sick. I love the color as well, by the way. Right, my favorite color on a lot of cars is sorry guys, listen up, just checking something. Yeah, is that gray kind of color, that gunmetal gray? That's the color on my car and on my current car, my MX-5, and I love it because it's a very Japanese color, like 90s Japan. Loved that color, especially Nissan. It's a very Nissan color. But 630. So the Dyna didn't go good, but it made 530 530 horsepower on 93 at 5k RPM. That's amazing. That's insane. So basically, give or take 600 brake horsepower, which is crazy. I'm giving this thing a 9 out of 10. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10 just because it makes that much and it's got no bumper. That's a wicked car. Michael, you've outdone yourself. Yeah, 10. Give it a 10. That's a proper, like, that is a wicked car, man. Awesome. That's sick. That's a wicked car. Next up, 93 Volvo I got for $150. 150. Yeah, Michael is a channel legend for sure. I can't lie. Michael is a channel legend for sure. He is definitely a channel legend. Anyway, next car. 93 Volvo 940 I got for $150. Runs and drives perfectly. I bought it to try and kill with my friends and failed. Now I daily it semi-regularly. I did a gamble of 500 drawing. That is bloody hilarious. That is that's so cool. So you bought this car, right? You tried to kill it with your friends, and it still survived. I mean, if a car is looking tired, is this car looks absolutely shattered. Like, this car needs to be put to sleep. This poor car. Who is the person watching this? Is the person's car watching this? If so, let me know in the chat. Make yourself aware. It's crazy. This thing has been through hell and back, been jumped, shot. Man, you've had fun in this car. You've definitely had a lot of fun in that. Okay, this is the cool. This rate before we move on. Let's rate this car. You know what? Just for the amount of fun that you've probably had in this thing, I'm gonna give it a 6. Because it's looking tired, but it also, you've had a lot of fun in it, right? And it's still not died. So for that, I've got to give it at least a 6. It's above 5 for sure. And then my main daily at the moment, a relatively higher mileage 84 Porsche 911 Carrera. Unfortunately, a cabriolet, but I can't complain too much. 180,000 miles. Wow, this thing, guys, is something else. This is what it's all about. This thing is wicked. What do you think of this thing, guys? This is really nice. This is like dream car territory. So fair play. Yeah, 12, 15, 9. Was my grandpa's when he passed it down to me. Oh no, old Morgan. Right, so this is just yours. This is wicked, man. This is really cool. I can't hate on this. Yeah, 12 out of 12. It's 12. 12 out of 10. 12 out of 10. Was my grandpa's when he passed it down to me, and on well, hopefully, yes. RIP to grandpa. Well, hopefully he's, yeah, RIP to grandpa, but he gave you a lovely Morgan, and it's something to remember him with, which is lovely. It's beautiful, man. It's a stunning car. This thing's great, right? This thing's a really great car. You've got to give it a what? I mean, that's yeah, grandpa had great taste. I mean, look at this thing. This is lovely. You can't beat a Morgan, and I think I see quite a few in the UK. And I think these sort of cars are definitely making a bit of a comeback. But I've got to say, I've got to give it a solid 9 or 10 out of 10. This thing's beautiful, and it's spotless. It looks absolutely spotless. So yeah, fair play. Fair play. And Grandpa definitely had great taste for sure. Okay, guys, this thing is really cool. This is the 500 wheel horsepower FK8 Type R. Mate, I'd PXRKX. I don't know your name, so I'm gonna just say your username. But this thing is wicked, man. This is sick. So yeah, it's FK8 Type R, 500 wheel horsepower. The modifications he has done to this are at the top right now. BC Racing coilovers, P600 turbo. I know you've got a downpipe and yeah, a Mishimoto intercooler. This thing is wicked. And what I like about it, similar to Michael's 370Z, is it is a little bit of a sleeper because it doesn't really look like it's got, like there's not too much done to the exterior, right? The same with Michael's 370Z. But inside the engine bay, you've got, the 500 wheel horsepower pushing to the wheels. So yeah, I'm going to give this thing a solid 8, 9. Honestly, you guys have sick cars, man. You guys have really cool cars. Like, I actually feel like I need to step my game up. Massive. Definitely need to step my game up here. This thing is really nice. I definitely need to try out an FK8 at some point. Just a modern day Type R. And so you've got an NC as well. So I'm guessing the guy who has is it the same guy? Well, you got a lot of cars, man. You got a lot of cool cars. So you got an NC MX5 as well. These are wicked cars. These are very underrated. These are 10 on that FK8. The FK8 is sick. An NC MX5, very underrated car. But I can't lie, it's not quite as nice as the 911 and the Morgan. But it is an MX5. So I'll give it a 7. I think it's definitely a 7. Still a very nice car. And it's gonna be, I'll tell you what, I want to get it sorted. You got RX8 as well. Mate, you've got a lot of nice cars. Blue RX8. I love these cars, but they are so unreliable. Which is probably why but these are wicked. These are wicked. Really nice color as well. But I'll have to give this an RX8. I'll give it a 7, maybe a 6, 7. Oh, I'm sorry, not 6, 7. I'll give it a 7. You prefer the RX8 rather than the RX7. I actually prefer the RX7 to the RX8. I can't lie, but the RX8 is a bit more usable, so I can see what you mean. This thing is so cool. Killer Taxi. That's a wicked name as well. I don't know if Killer Taxi is still watching, but this car is sick. So it's a Honda 2021 Honda S660 Modulo X version Z or Z, wherever you're from. Now producing a mighty 100 brake horsepower from a 658cc engine. Originally 63 at the flywheel. Luckily, it only weighs around 830 kg. Wow, that thing is so cool. Yeah, Matt Watson does have one of these things. This is amazing, man. This is a really cool car. Look at that. Look at that as well. That's great, isn't it? That's a fantastic looking car. Do you know what? That is a 10. That's got to be a 10, right? That's sick. That's a really cool car. Like, the wheels are they're Adfan, which is sick. The carbon spoiler is really nice. And then just the paint in general. Like, look at the way it's reflecting. Look at the way the paint's reflecting. Look at that. Oh my god. This is too nice. This is too nice. What the hell? This is too nice. So you've got carbon fiber intake. I mean, look at this thing. This thing's so clean. What the hell? This is too nice. Oh, look at the back box. Look at that. Oh man, this is a thing of beauty, and it's so clean. Even the hood prop is so nice. The little Mugen sticker there. Fair play. You could eat on that. You could have dessert. You could have starters main and dessert on that. You could literally have anything you want. That is the nicest thing. And even the red airbox is nice. Oh, and the interior. The interior is really nice. Damn, you know what? Maybe I need to get myself one of these. Maybe I need to get myself one of these. It's definitely arousing to look at. Look at the I love Hondas, like any enthusiast Honda car which has red interior, like red accents. It is so striking. It's so nice. Like, look at the door cards. You know, cars just don't do that. Like, other manufacturers just don't do that. That is wicked. And I assume it's manual. It has to be, right? Yeah. Cool. Okay. So this was the 1990. This was the 1990 3000 GT you were speaking about earlier. The red shell one, 2 days after we stripped it parts, and the 99 at the end. Well, we'll look at the 99 one because this is the one that you know, I'm pretty sure was your first car, right? I absolutely love these things. They look like a spaceship, and apparently, from what I've heard, it is very easy to do an oil change on this. Like, to service these cars is really easy, but working on it can be a little bit difficult. But you did mention that you had two donor cars. And let's just have a look at the other pictures here. So I'm guessing this is one of the donor cars. These are the two donor cars, I'm guessing. And I mean, that is just completely stripped. That looks really clean. That one looks really nice. Man, these look great. These are great looking cars. But that, my friend, is extremely, extremely clean. I absolutely love it. For me, it is a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. 9 out. Do you know what? I'll give it an 8 because I do think if you put some nice wheels on that and just load it a little bit, but then again, I do like the stock look. Like I don't hate on stock cars. I do like stock as well. Yeah, the headlights do look amazing. What a great looking car. What a great looking car. And they just look like spaceships, you know, from the back, and they sound great as well. They sound great. That's a cool car. That is a very cool car. What else do we have? I have not even got through the rest of the cars yet. Here's some more pics of the Type R. Let's have a look then, shall we? Yeah, man. This Type R, the FK8 is a 10. FK8 is a 10. Maybe I've got to drive one of these. Drive one of these things. They look so clean, man. You've done a really good job with that. It's a great car. This is my favorite of all my shitboxes. My first car that I got when I got was 12. Been building her out for years. Hopefully, it will be my daily soon. A lifted Jeep. I don't know what sort of Jeep it. What kind of Jeep is this? I am not too familiar with Jeeps, but this thing is jokes. I can't lie. This thing's quite funny. This thing's quite funny. I mean, yeah. It's got to be a V8, right? I bet it sounds great. But I don't know much about Jeeps, to be honest with you guys. So you have to let me know what you would rate this one. I'll give it a solid 7, 8. I do love these sort of off-road kind of, you know, tough looking cars. I think if I was gonna get a 4x4, you know, like an off-roader, it would definitely be the Hilux from Back to the Future. The black Toyota Hilux with the lifted Hilux with the yellow. You guys might not even know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I would definitely rate this thing a solid I would a solid 8. It's cool. So yeah. But yeah, overall, thank you for so much. Thank you so much for sending your cards in. And like I said before, if you are new here, I know we've got 11 people watching now. Feel free to join. Feel free to join the Discord. I've pinned it on the chat. Like I said, join the Instagram as well. I'm going to drop the Instagram down below. Rusty_Trusty_cars. You can send in your car. You can send in your cars for me to kind of react to there as well. But obviously join the Discord, which is linked at the top. I've linked it. I've pinned it. Yeah, Colin Furs, he did make the Hilux from Back to the Future, which I think is wicked. Yeah, they're cool cars, man. They're really cool cars. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, thank you everyone for your contributions. Thank you for sharing the cars that you guys have built and you've owned in the past and stuff on the Discord. Like I said before, after the stream, feel free to add in your cars as well, because there's anyone new watching, it'll be great to do the same thing next stream next week. And yeah, there's going to be some videos coming out. Next week as well. I might make a couple long forms. There definitely will be the weekly commentary video, which is my main kind of stuff. And yeah, I'm gonna try and be a little bit more, I don't want to say controversial, but I want to be a little bit more I guess kind of yeah, controversial on my takes. I want to be a little bit more fierce with it. So yeah, stick around, and I will be live next weekend as well. I think it's the weekend before Christmas, so I probably won't be live too much over the Christmas period. I'll probably do a stream on Boxing Day. If you guys want to watch that, there's a lot better. There's better things to do than watch my stream probably. But yeah, let me know if you like this kind of these live streams as well. Let me know what kind of content you guys are enjoying watching on my channel, and send in your cars. Send them in on the Discord. Send them in on the Instagram. Could you do a video on non-car guy habits or something? Yeah, that's a good shout. Yeah, I'll write that down actually. I will write that down. I will definitely write it down. There we go. I will do that. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for watching. Like I said, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. It does help me out a lot, genuinely. I'm trying to build this community as much as possible. And leave a like, and I will see you in the next video. I'll see you on the next stream next weekend, and have a lovely week. Right, it's Sunday. Good luck with your Mondays, and yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. I'll see you later. Thank you so much for all your support. It actually means the world. So genuinely, I know everyone says that, but genuinely, as a small creator, I really appreciate it. All right, I'll see you later, guys. Have a good one. Good night.